this is going to be the best one because we're in it. The extra time there. Promo.
That's right.
Just being with dolphins and having them include me into their pod, it's mind-blowing. Some days I can't even believe what's just happened.
She's amazing. Her relationship that she has with animals and with the mammals. Seen the pictures, they come to her.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the White Whale Weekly. My name is Chris Schwartz. This is my business partner Tim Loomis, and we are excited to be here today to have our local showcase or spotlight. We've got Shelley Lynch and Brent Eite.
We've got a twofer. We got a twofer today.
We got a double header for you, so
yeah.
We're really excited to kind of tell you about them and just to really showcase our locals here, and hopefully you'll be able to reach out and make a connection with them in the community.
All right, so we're here today. Like I just said, we had a twofer for us. Miss Shelley Lynch just had a documentary that was put out recently with Brent from Focal Point Videography, did all of the photography and video work for that. Shelley, I guess first question we'll start off for you. What made you get into photography?
Well, that's a really good question. About a year after my husband passed away, he came to me in a dream and said, I want you to have a Canon professional camera for Christmas. This was April 2017, and he knew I was just going through the motions. I wasn't really living, so he knew that that camera would get me back into life. And I waited about 2 weeks, and then I went out and bought the camera, and I haven't stopped taking pictures since.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So what inspired you, because your primarily focus is obviously dolphins in the water, and you're doing all your photography in New Smyrna, but what inspired you to go the aquatic route as opposed to sunsets or whatever else you could take pictures of?
I grew up in Clearwater, so I've been in the water pretty much since I was 3 years old. And I love the water. I love the feeling of the water. Anything that's water related is for me. I grew up swimming, paddleboarding, sailing, and then I enjoy taking the sunrise pictures too. So every morning I get up and take the sunrise, and then I share messages from Mother Nature. So if like a turtle swims by, the message that day is not to worry, what you're looking for won't pass you by, or an osprey diving for a fish saying just go for your goal, don't give up, keep diving. So I'd like to share things like that.
Do you share, are these on your, because like I said, we talked a little bit before, I saw a lot of your photos before on Instagram. So do you also share those there? Because we're going to have to go follow you. We don't know if we follow you.
We like daily inspiration.
We like daily inspiration. Yeah, give
It
us
is
all
like
that
a
we can
meditation
get,
every day.
So,
It's actually called Daily Meditation on Instagram. So
okay.
Instagram, Facebook, and on my blog on my website.
All right, awesome.
Cool. So make sure we all go follow that one.
Definitely
Yeah,
check that out for
cool.
sure. So it's all just being in the water, and it's all just like sunrise photos you're taking, or kind of can you like walk us through on
Sure.
the process of what that looks like and how you get these incredible pictures here?
Yeah, no.
It seems like a lot of patience
Yeah.
is involved.
It's my reality TV. It's always fun. There's always something to watch, whether it's a bird or a dolphin or a duck, whatever comes in. So when I got the camera, I used to paddleboard every day at sunrise. So I switched to taking pictures at sunrise. And then after a year of photographing the sunrise, I had another dream where I was in the water with orcas, and they were kind of half in the water, half out of the water, and I was in the water taking pictures. And I woke up and went, okay, we have dolphins across the street. Let's try that. Not really ready to get in the water with orcas, but let's try dolphins.
Yeah.
So
Baby steps, right?
Yes,
one thing
baby
at a
steps.
time, yeah.
You don't want to get in the water with the whales yet.
Yeah.
Not the ones that eat you.
Yeah, no.
Those whales, yes.
Yes.
So I got in the water February 2018, at sunset, and the dolphins came and they had this water cascading off their tails, and I was so excited that the next day I got in the water and the dolphins came in and they were just hanging out, and a lady and a baby walked out on the dock, and the baby started to giggle. I started laughing, the mom started laughing, and the dolphins started to party and throw fish. So I snapped
That's
a picture
so
of
cool.
a fish,
Yeah.
and so that's how that happened. Then pretty much I went back every day since.
That all sounds like very kismet of it all, like just kind of coming together and
Yeah.
and bringing everything. So 4 years you've been doing it about?
Yes.
So kind of give or take?
Yes,
Okay.
and over those 4 years, I've gotten to know different specific dolphins. Like their dorsal fin is like our fingerprint, so you can tell who's who.
Okay, because I always wonder that it has to be difficult. You know, like we're also talking about how we see the ospreys that are on the bridge, and I thought they were the same ones, but I couldn't tell the difference. So you can tell by their fins.
Yes, their
Okay.
little dorsal fin usually has like a chunk missing or a scar.
Okay.
And when I first started photographing, 3 came in, they have numbers on their dorsal fin. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Long story, but I was able to get in touch with the original researcher to let me know they were male dolphins, and they were about 25 years old at the time, and they were all healthy.
Is there a reason why they marked those ones?
They tracked them to do a health assessment. So they were testing
okay.
our water quality back in 2004, actually. So you can
pretty
see the little
interesting.
mark from where they did the
Right.
health assessment.
And so these dolphins that you're getting, the pictures and all the photography of, did they like migrate? Are they the same dolphins every day, same pod? And it sounds like they've kind of accepted you into their family as well, allowing you to get all these great pictures.
Yeah, well, they definitely have moods. So some days they're like, yeah, I just want to eat, leave me alone.
Yeah.
And other
Put
days
the
they're
camera
like,
away, will you? I'm trying to eat here.
right, we're having a little affection,
Yeah,
affection
exactly.
here. Yeah. I forgot the question.
It's just as far as, I mean, it just sounds like it's like the dolphins
Welcome, Jan.
themselves have
Yeah.
let you in, but then are they the same dolphins every day, or are they seasonal? Like, do we get different ones that come in from different areas, or?
We have 156 miles of Indian River Lagoon and about 1,100 dolphin. And how we know how many dolphin is the nonprofit part of SeaWorld called the Hubs. They took them a year, they photographed every dorsal fin. And from that, they counted all of the dolphins and figured out we had 1,000 dolphins.
Wow, they
Yeah.
must
That's
have bought a
something.
lot of sunscreen. That's a lot of time
Sounds like
out
a
there.
tedious
Yeah,
task,
oh
talking
my
about
goodness.
counting
Yeah.
everything.
They're an
Wow.
amazing group of people.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. I had no idea. It's a question you don't really think, as being local here, of really even
Yeah.
proposing
Yeah.
the question of how many dolphins are actually in the river. So with that, what's the sustainability looking like for the dolphins? Are they okay where we're at here? Are they in danger? Is there something we can do as locals to kind of help, protect that or minimize our effect on the dolphins in their current habitat?
That's a great question, and it's loaded because the water.
Yes,
We
I
want
know,
to try to
right?
ask a loaded question. Yeah, so.
The
We'll
water-
cut this one out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. There's a couple things. Like the water quality could be better. We could do better at not letting our garbage go into the water. That's
Yeah.
number one. The second part is if a dolphin comes close to you and you're fishing, if you could pull in your line, that would be helpful. Just actually
Almost.
last week. Sorry, go ahead.
It's almost common sense in a way, you would
Yeah.
think,
No,
it's a good reminder for people to know that something doing so small like that can make a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a 3-year-old dolphin last week had a big rope attached to the fishing line and rope attached to the dorsal fin, and then it was just dragging in the water. The mom stayed with it. I saw it for 3 days, and it was staying with the mom because it couldn't feed, it couldn't do anything. So the Hubs ladies went out, and by the time they got there, it was already off, which was amazing. Not really sure how that
Yeah.
happened, but it doesn't always end well. So if we could keep the fishing line off of them, that would be great.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Clean the beaches. It does. It's NSB.
Yeah. Keep NSB clean.
clean.
Yeah, I was actually going to say we just did something with them, and Shy, the artist's
Yeah,
name,
Shy.
it
Yeah.
only rained down the drain. There's actually a little painting if you go down Canal here that's a couple manatees,
Love
just
it.
kind of like an awareness thing to make sure
Sure.
that you're not throwing your trash and things like
Right.
that down. So, but yeah, keep NSB clean. That's also they do a lot of stuff like that.
That's
A
great.
plug for her.
Yeah.
Plug for Miss Linda
Yeah,
out there,
that's
We
yeah.
right.
love her.
And I have a question too about the pictures. So like I said, I've seen them online before. Now I see some in person. You have all these different shots, and they're such unique shots. So like obviously them playing. You showed us one with like a mother and a baby swimming together. Is there any shot that like you want to get that you haven't gotten yet that you're just like, I gotta get this shot?
Great question.
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
because these are all so good. It's
Yeah.
like, it's gotta be, yeah.
And actually, what I learned is that the harder I try to get a shot, the more I can't get it. So I just have to get in and say, okay, whatever you want me to get today, just show
Yeah.
me. And then things I never even expected, like a day, it was almost high tide, so the water was up to here, because I walk in the water with my camera. And the dolphins started to party, and they had seaweed on their nose. So they're flying out of the water with seaweed on their nose. They throw mangrove seeds that look like sticks.
Okay, yeah.
Cannonball jellyfish. They teach the kids how to play ball with these cannonballs because they're not poisonous.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So I can't try to get a shot. I usually mess it up because I'm trying too hard.
But is there a shot that you would like to get that you haven't got yet? She's probably got them all.
Yeah,
like the dolphins doing the hearts, two of them doing that.
Or synchronized swimming backwards or anything like that. Yeah, something.
I actually have them doing the backstroke. There's one dolphin pulling another dolphin on its back around the lagoon, so I got that. I have them coming out in a T shape, so one's like pushing the other one up like that. I have lots of I have a lot of them out of the water.
Very cool. So talking about that, the shots, you're walking in the water. This is a beautiful camera you have here. It makes me terrified that you're going in the salt water with this camera. What equipment do you use? So for the people out there that are trying to get more into photography, being in nature, whatever it is you're trying to do, what would you recommend? And this thing looks intense.
Yes.
Looks heavy too.
It is heavy. My shoulders think so too. This is a Canon R6, and I started with the 80D, and I love both cameras. So if anybody's just getting into it, the 80D is a great starter. It's really more about the lens. So this is a 100 to 400, and sometimes it's too much because they're so close.
Okay.
But I do love this camera. It's great.
So this starting out is going to be okay for somebody that's just like hobbyist or just getting into it. It's not going to be too much for them.
I think if they're just starting out, the 80D, 90D, those are great starters just to see if you like it. And then if you really like it, you just up your lens to a nicer lens.
Okay.
Because the 80D is it's a beginning level camera. But if you add a nice lens to it, it's amazing.
That's my question too, because I don't know too much about photography or anything, but what you said 100, 140, is that
This is 100 to 400, sorry.
100 to 400, is that feet zoom? Okay, gotcha.
Millimeters.
So basically anything closer than 100 feet in that, you're not
wider.
it's gonna, okay.
So yeah, it starts off, usually your basic lens is 24.
Okay.
And then you go up to zoom further away. So 1 to 4 is pretty far away.
Gotcha. Interesting.
So yeah. There's also a Rebel T series, is it?
Yeah.
Rebel? They're the cheap, if you want to get into cheap, that's the way to start. But Canon all the way.
This is why we call
Canon
it
all
the
the way.
videography and photography, because you know all the differences.
We got the same camera.
That's too many buttons for me as far as
equipment
camera, so just call Brent on this one.
So do you only do photography, and can people buy your photography? So do you do video as well, or how does that work out for you?
I leave the video up to this guy because he's so good at it. I do some videos, like if the dolphins are coming close, I'll try to get that on video. I do sell my photos. I'm at the hub here on Canal Street.
Okay.
And I also have a website, ShelleyLynchPhotos.com.
All right, we'll be sure to put that link in the description so you can buy direct from Shelley.
Yeah. So, but the Canal, the hub is an amazing. It's got 76 artists, and I happen to be lucky enough to be one of them.
All right, good deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
So no video. Brent, you're the photo guy. Can you tell us? And you guys just did a documentary together too, right?
Yes, that's
We
right.
did.
Yeah, she approached me to do some YouTube videos, and then that turned into a feature mini doc, basically.
Yes.
So
You won some awards for this, I believe.
Yeah,
we hear you got a big award for
Yeah,
it.
big award
We
and a
did
great
the,
turnout. Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I mean, it's Shelley's film, but we were premiere opening evening of the Real Deal Film Festival here in Smyrna.
Okay.
How many films are there? 12 altogether?
I don't remember.
There was a bunch, but we had the opening night, and it was great, and won best cinematography, so that's not bad.
Congrats.
For the
then-
entire
That's
film.
not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
For all of the films from all over the
all of
world.
them. That's
She
wonderful.
had entries from all over the world.
Wow.
Awesome. Very
That's
cool.
a huge accomplishment. So
yeah.
a testament to your skills and obviously Shelley's as well. And
Yes.
seems like you guys make a good duo.
It was, I mean, we're good friends now outside of all this, but it took a year to shoot with COVID and nature photography in itself. Sometimes you just sat there for hours just to get that level, so. But
a lot of patience.
it's about the story and where she came from and why she got into this to where she is now. It's all about the story of that, really. So
Sure.
Can I share a really funny story?
yeah.
Of course.
So we both.
Sorry, if you're asking us, we want to hear all the funny stories. Yeah, tell us all of them.
We just started filming, and I don't think I really knew how we were going to do this. So he walked in the water with me, and the dolphins wouldn't come up. And the minute he walked out and had his feet on the sand, whoosh.
Really?
They don't like me.
Like no outsiders allowed.
They got camera shy all of a sudden, it appears. It wasn't you, it was just the multiple cameras made me say that. Yeah,
tried a couple of times just to be even near her, just to get some tight stuff, but no,
It was challenging.
It's again. I mean, you watch the David Attenborough films, like Planet Earth and all that.
Okay, yeah.
Those guys are there for months, sometimes years, to get 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
So,
the bird eating the worm from the right angle, from the right tree limb. Yeah, I can see it.
She picked the most difficult genre of photography, I think.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So.
Well, there's always room for improvement then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you don't just do this type of, I mean, where is your scope or your limitations of where you start and stop as far as your...
Right. I started doing like website promo videos for restaurants and businesses. I still kind of do some of that. I do a lot of real estate stuff. I used to. But yeah, I mean, this weekend I just got back from Daytona shooting a pretty big bike star model, cover girl. So that was crazy. Ended up on a yacht with this man behind the camera there, and he's my right hand man, by the way.
That's cool.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, Buck.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, a little bit of everything, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there, kind of piggybacking off Tim's earlier question, is there a shot that you're looking to get that you haven't got yet, or like a movie you're trying to do that you haven't quite? Or...
That's a good question, too.
I am working on a short film, writing it. I haven't started filming it yet, and about it's going to sound crazy, but about aliens. But we'll get into that a bit later. I'll release it's kind of like there's so much out there about it, and there's so much controversy about it. So I wanted to do something like that. But no, music videos is what I'd love to do. So I'm a musician first, and then I got into this, and so that would be cool. I've done one, but the artist isn't very good, but the video's alright.
I was going to say, you can film me doing the guitar, but no one's probably going to watch it. The photography, the videography is going to be wonderful, but my music isn't going to be that great, so...
So, yeah, but a little bit of everything, I've done all the restaurants in town, and a lot of the businesses, a lot of the stuff for the lifestyle stuff, and tourist boards, stuff like that.
Very cool. Perfect.
And I'm a director of photography, cinematographer for Orlando Channel 6, occasionally.
That's a pretty big deal too. You got to your own horn.
Yeah. I was just doing.
He's everywhere, like we always say. We're everywhere. So yeah.
Well, they hired me to just do aerial. I was doing that for a couple of years, and then we were on a shoot, and I was like, "Do you want me to get some B-roll?" And he's like, "You do that?" They had no idea. So as soon as I did that, and they saw it, they're like, "Shit, do you want to? Excuse me. Do you want to?"
Just put a beat thing over
Would you do it freelance? They offered me a job. I was like, I can do it freelance. So next week we're at Sebring. See what happens.
Cool.
All right. Are you filming more race stuff at Sebring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're doing an hour
stuff,
doc.
or?
No, it's the cars this time.
Okay. All right, awesome. I know Sebring's big for that. So
I've never heard of Sebring before, so
I'll have to
go Google that later or something
it's
like
big.
that. Is it? Okay.
Till now, but yeah.
Well, it always sounds like it's something exciting for you. You're filming and new things and music
love my
videos
job.
and race cars and news channels and dolphins and
Shelley Lynch. The sky's the limit. And then speaking of that, where do people go to watch this documentary?
I will give you the link. It's on Vimeo.com.
Okay. Perfect.
So we'll put that link in our description below.
Go
so
watch
you can look at
Go
direct.
watch
You
it.
don't have to
You can
search
rent
for
it.
Chris has seen it. I didn't have a chance to see it. I saw the teaser today, but that's exactly what I'm doing as soon as we get off of this. So I'm going to go watch it.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll also put Brent's contact information down below as well. So for any of your photography, videography needs, just reach out to him, give him a shout. He's the man. He's who we use as well, and just all around great people, and happy to have them in our community.
Yep.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
All right.
So please, you guys, remember to like, subscribe, follow. It really, motivates Tim and I to keep putting these videos out for you. We'll put another local spotlight video up in the corner somewhere for you to look at as well. And I hope you guys have a great week, and look forward to seeing you in next week's video.
Have a great week.
See ya. Bookie, get on the camera quick.
Smile. Come on. Don't stop it. Don't hit it. Don't do it.